Feel like your skills and expertise are not cutting through. Sense that your position application is lacking resonance. Do you consider that your practitioner and professionalism focus is lost within keyword searches and technical or consulting speak? Perceive that your messages are missed by those reviewing and screening applicants. Then please spend a few moments here. Now, there is much good advice on job hunting, hiring processes, resumes, interview techniques, and more already provided. Guidance on mentoring, networks, and relationships is also included, all of which provides a valuable resource. Where this short contribution differs from other information sources is in trying to help with a varying approach to circumstance. Coming from a business practitioner's perspective and having worked in hiring, worked with recruiters, and been in the hiring process, a range of pragmatic, practical expertise is brought. The takeout message is how applicants find ways to turn aspects to their advantage while helping those in the hiring process to the wise outcome. Let's get into it. Turning to advantage for the right audience. While we look at others and they may be in a better position, the fact is that most of us have imperfect careers and our job applications carry items that can be seen as negatives. The issue is how we use these flaws with the right audience to advantage for applicants as well as for those in the hiring process. Difficult areas. We have difficult areas in our careers which show in the applications we make. We are not alone in these. It is not what we have done. Rather, it is about what we do with these and their use in the hiring process. Returning to the workforce. Time out of the workforce is often seen as a challenge to overcome. Yet being away has often developed the professional skills or strengthened capacities and capabilities in other areas. Through the use of keywords and bringing out a bond to have those of similar experience relate, areas of strength can be brought forth. Overseas credentials. This is a common area of concern. For applicants, the frustrations are seen, and for employers, opportunities are being missed. The bridging of the gap is through practical illustration. While frustrations are set to remain, aspects can be managed. Being young. The unfortunate reality of starting in the workforce has existed for extending periods, and there is little sign of change. The theme of consistency and persistency, showing professional skills, are part of the approach. Being older. We are uncomfortable in hiring people older than us. Older people can be uncomfortable working for a younger person. This is human nature and hard to change. Finding ways to build empathy through the skills bought is a partial solution. Gaps in work history. Varying with countries and culture, gaps in work history can sometimes be items of a pride, though often they are a rationalization to say no. For some, doing your own business is a sign of skills and expertise and innovation, irrespective of the business outcome, while for others that is seen as a reason to say no. Managing through the gaps in work history is again a mixture of engaging the right parties, having themselves reflected back to form the bond, and the focus on the professional skills. The use of keywords to message this is important. Areas of concern. There are several areas where perceptions of an application is seen as a reason to say no when a lot of value can be offered. In essence, it is about making those in the hiring process feel comfortable. This is nuance and consists of two key parts. Do those in the hiring process see themselves being reflected and related to? Can they empathize with the areas of concern? Do those in the hiring process relate an applicant to what they are being asked to find, using the tools, processes, operations, and environment in which they operate? Whatever the frustrations we have with a process, it takes longer to change the process, and the process is what they use. To get the outcome, the process is used. Clarity, conciseness, and actionable information, which makes it easier for those in the process, is how the outcomes are realized. Consider two examples, that of a medic and that of a network administrator. The medic. A medic that has served in the Defense Forces, especially with frontline experience, having experience in trauma and emergency management, may struggle in a process making assessments based on credentials. Beyond illustrating expertise, it is having the relatability which is of influence. Through targeting applications, emphasizing experience with keywords in the role criteria, as well as going through the parties who understand the situation, can help. The network administrator. A network administrator, having worked on an oil rig, who is seeing resistance to their skills being recognized as relevant for, say, financial services, may struggle with intermediaries. Approaching directly can help resolve. Provision of examples with relevant keywords may also help. Having customized, focused, concise, clarity, and actionable outcomes is part of the solution. Targeting selectively with those of similar expertise can also help. While an applicant may not know those in the hiring process with the many stakeholders, we often share experiences which can get others to relate to. With the focus of engagement, we can turn aspects to our advantage. May this session be of value. Please remember, it is about turning points to your advantage, and be sure to use keywords. Thank you for your time. Please share with others. Please feel free to subscribe and add your comments.